gofractally.com, there's a number of different communities using this fractal governance. Once you come to ours, there's, I guess our biggest thing is our weekly meeting, and that's at 1600 UTC every Thursday for 1 hour. And the interesting thing about this is that everyone is rewarded for participating. So even if you're a new person to the community, if you've just started playing Alien Worlds, or maybe you're not that active in the chats and you're just interested and want to network, your contribution of just helping these groups come to consensus is rewarded. So everyone's rewarded with tokens, NFTs, just for practicing this process. And the reason why we're doing this is there's, the whole Alien Worlds is going to be having DAOs and elections coming up. And there's going to be a certain way that we vote in our elected leaders, our trusted people. And we just find that this is going to be maybe another layer to help those candidates or council members be visible to their community. And we can really, depends which way you want to go. I'm going to go up for elections and use this process myself. And there could be shovel-ready jobs, pardon the pun, if people want to do marketing or have different ideas on where, what a planet should go. How do we be responsible to our community, I guess, and how do we keep ourselves accountable? And we found that going through these last 13 weeks of fractal governance, we had this, way of keeping each other accountable, for everybody listening and having a say in what they think is valuable to the community. And the kind of byproduct was, it was fun. I've been part of a lot of online chats and forums, and I met more people that I'm doing work with now just through this little process, just seeing someone in person. So I know not everyone wants to be visible. So there's different, governance things we can do to, I guess, be responsible to the community. But this handles a lot of the issues that we see as, well, I just think it's important for people to be visible, and especially if you're going to be, telling a community that you're going to be responsible and you have to listen to a community. We found that this fractal governance is a way to do that. So, yeah, I'm sure there's some questions.
Our groups have to agree on who receives the biggest reward in that group, so they sort of have to rank each other, which is fascinating. I don't know how it works in practice.
Yeah, it's been interesting. There's been a couple emotions where people are saying, "Come on, guys, you're not seeing that I've contributed a lot." And what we found is it's more a practice on how to deliver, that message to people. Because just saying, "Oh, you guys aren't seeing what I'm doing," it's more about, well, you're right. Could you show us some more? Can you tell us how that's had some effect? What short-term effect does that have? Have you grown the community? Have you invited some people? So, there was an argument in the beginning of, well, this is going to leave behind the people that aren't good presenters. But what I've seen is in a couple groups, well, I guess most of the groups, we've elected to vote for ourselves. And I've found that a lot of people have found their voice, or at least a presentation, a way to present their material better.
And there's a limit to the number of people on the call at the moment. And if there was a higher demand, you would have to scale up. So how would that work? And what if the first week you do it, there's a huge demand for people? How would that work?
Yeah, it's we're looking at how this would expand in the future, and right now we're being quite equitable. That a lot of gamifications, give more rewards to the earlier adopters. So I guess in a sense, that should maybe get people in here, because there is a pot. There's a pot of Trillium that we're backing NFTs with, and for our first season, 13 to 16 weeks. There's I would just say get in early, because the pot's not going to last forever. And if there's if this is a success for everybody, we already have other team members, including myself, that are incentivizing the process. So if this is a success where everybody wants to use this, there's a lot of community members that would support this. And furthermore, there could be this kind of frenemies competition where we allow for different groups. So to expand and scale, there's a lot of different communities that if you have your own group, when you come to this main Thursday, you can say what you've done for your group, and all the points you receive are credited to the group. And the group can decide on how to divvy that up over the longer term. So there are some ways to scale this.
So how independent is it from Tococo in terms of the content, what people talk about? How much is it a sort of mouthpiece for Tococo and Alien Worlds? And what are the rules of what people can say? And is there a danger of people coming in, bad actors coming in to troll or spread FUD and that kind of thing? How do you deal with those kind of people?
Right. Now, we've been, the first thing you see when you go Fractally and come down to our Fractal is AW Fractal governance meetups. And then very specifically saying, we are a community. This isn't Alien Worlds. I haven't really shouted out, this isn't Tococo, but maybe I'll just add something to that effect. And we've had quite a group. We've had people that have been independent consultants or worked for Tococo. We've had people that play it and people that are brand new to it. So one thing that we have generated is kind of an intro to Alien Worlds, because we've attracted a lot of governance people as well. So we kind of have a new series on Tuesdays that's just an intro to Alien Worlds. The FUD outside of this group, I think we're all busy in our passion of doing good things that, I just would treat it as any other FUD and not give it any energy. But if we had, this is kind of an invite to the community to join. So like any other invite on, video, I think a measure of our success will be the FUDders coming in to the videos, right? And trying to disrupt the process.
It sounds great. I mean, that's all I have to ask, really. Thank you for putting the application in.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Great. Thank you both for joining. That wraps it up for season 1 of the storytelling category.